Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive talking nerd John Norgrove, and this is Nerd Jive, the tri-weekly nerdy news network. So first up, I want to talk to you about something that I generally don't tend to give much of a shit about: award shows in Hollywood. Deadpool has been nominated for the Best Adapted Screenplay in the 2017 Writers Guild Award, which is awesome. It's so unbelievable that not only that kind of movie, a comic book movie, to be nominated for something like this, but especially Deadpool having been rated R and having had such a low budget and all it stands truly against what's average in this, which is fantastic. If you're interested in seeing if they actually win, they've only been nominated, but if Deadpool actually wins, the announcement's February 19th, and the award show ceremony is going to be hosted by Patton Oswalt, who is hilarious. So, if you're interested, check it out. I'm definitely going to keep my ear to that one and see if I can catch the award show. Next up, decomposing bullets. So the Army's looking at trying to get biodegradable bullets. Most of the time, during training shooting, they collect the casings, the brass, and they're able to recycle them. But the bullets themselves, they don't collect. It's far too much work. So the Department of Defense wants to create decomposing bullets that are impregnated with seeds to sort of make up for it. What they're looking for is something that can break down and start seed growth within a matter of months, which is awesome because standard bullets take somewhere in the order of 100 years to break down. This transitioning technology, this biodegradable, breakdownable kind of material, is also being looked at for shipping containers, for storage containers in the military, as well as for construction material. Buildings that the military could set up in on a forward base, and then when it's time for them to leave, essentially just break them down to the ground and let them decompose naturally, and they'll inevitably become gardens. I mean, theoretically, building material that can be just destroyed and left behind in a pile of rubble that would sprout seeds and grow grasses and trees and vegetative material. That's it's a really, really forward-thinking green project by the United States Army as well as the Department of Defense. Their starting goal is training rounds, and they want submissions by February 18th for ammo. So if you think you can come with an idea for biodegradable ammo that can withstand the shock of being fired out of a standard gun, standard casing, a standard load of powder, but that can still deliver like a regular bullet, but that would be biodegradable and have seeds impregnated in it, let them know. February 8th. That's next up, the visible red nova. So this one's kind of interesting. We've never really been able to really accurately predict big stellar events, but we're pretty certain that in 2022, a binary star system is going to collapse in on itself and create a supernova around as bright as the North Star we'll be able to see in the sky. It's going to be in the Cygnus constellation, which is awesome. We're going to be able to observe that. That's not that far away. I mean, it's a 1 in a million shot, but we think that we're either 2022, maybe 2023 dead worst, but sometime in 2022 it's predicted that these stellar masses are going to collide in on themselves. This is the gentleman who's making this prediction has been studying this star system his entire lifetime. This is the star system KIC 98322227. If you're interested, you can look that up. For more information about this, it's an interesting, it's like a close proximity binary system. So the stars almost share an atmosphere, for a lack of better words. They exchange material within the how close they are as a binary system, and we think it's going to collapse in on itself pretty soon. So keep your eyes towards the sky on that one. Ooh, next up, the Falcon delay. So it's been a while since SpaceX has launched a Falcon rocket. The explosion on the pad in September really set them back in a way. But they've updated their fuel loading systems, they've done the research, they've looked at the sensors, and they're ready to start launching again. They were originally going to launch early in January, but they've had to push it back because Vandenberg Air Force Base is having real high wind and high rain warnings. And so they don't want to launch during inclement weather. This also allows them to double check all their systems, make sure everything's going. They're launching an Iridium satellite. Iridium is the name of the company. An Iridium satellite. But the launch is being pushed back until January 14th. So it's going to be 9:54 Pacific Standard Time. If you have an opportunity, watch it. Watch it launch. I watch most of their launches, even if it's just, you know, having it on YouTube and then putting a headphone in just to listen to it while I do other things. They're fantastic launches, full of information. So let's hope that SpaceX has a successful launch, right? I mean, they're going to lead us in the future, so let's pray for them on that one, right? And then last up is the Nintendo Switch. So this Japanese newspaper, Nikkei, I believe is the way it's pronounced, is making a prediction on the price. They're pretty good on Nintendo announcement predictions. On January 13th, Nintendo is supposed to announce like pricing and give us more information. There's still a lot of questions about this new Nintendo console, the Nintendo Switch. But Nikkei is guessing or estimating or predicting, whichever you prefer, a $250 price tag, US, $250 price tag for the new Nintendo Switch, which would be incredibly cheap. The Wii U's starting MSRP was $299, so that's $50 less. So I mean, if that puts Nintendo, if Nintendo can do this, and you know, you never know, but if Nintendo can do this, it puts Nintendo in a place where anybody could buy it. Maybe I wasn't gonna buy you know, a brand new Nintendo game console for $250. Everybody's gonna buy it. That's, you know, that's like 5 games. That's not even 5. That's like 4 games for a standard console. So if Nintendo can keep their prices down low enough and offer something at such a reasonable price, I can see them definitely dominating, at least in sales numbers, the market for a little while. I mean, PlayStation has the PlayStation, the new, what is it, like PlayStation Fin, and they have the PS4 Pro, and like they're selling, but it's not great. There's, to me, I have a PlayStation 4. To me, they've never justified like, hey, listen, you already bought this $400 console. What if you bought it again? So that way it was like a little better. I'm running my PS4 on a 4K TV, and frankly, it's perfectly fine. I don't need a PS4 that can definitely stream 4K content to my TV. If you're sitting across the living room, it doesn't even matter. You know, I mean, maybe if you're real up close or you're using a monitor in like a desk situation, that's understandable. But you just, at those distances, I don't even know that 4K truly matters, especially for gaming. I get the benefit of the VR thing, but like Microsoft's not offering anything new with the Xbox One. I think it's a little thinner. The power block is now internal, so you don't have that like big gray hunk sticking out. But Nintendo has the opportunity to not only bring some new stuff to the game because of the you know, you can remove it and play over here, I don't have to play on my TV kind of thing, as well as the social aspect that the commercials are promoting. But if they can bring a low price point, then it's, you know, it's social, it's mobile, it's inexpensive, it's Nintendo. I know they're pushing a lot of third-party developers, so they might come in with a strong gaming backbone. We could be looking at another Nintendo Christmas. I don't know if y'all remember when the Wii first came out, everybody talked, oh, the Nintendo Wii, it's super low res, and it has a garbage processor in it, and it's not great and all this kind of stuff. I waited in line for a Nintendo Wii. That is a great story I will tell one day. But I waited in line for a Nintendo Wii, and I absolutely loved the thing. And if you look at the sales numbers back then, the Wii killed it. I mean, it was a Nintendo Christmas. And so if the Switch can do it at a good price point and with good game backing, we could be looking at another Nintendo Christmas, which, I mean, frankly, Nintendo needs it, and we need it. We need that kind of a company, you know, to succeed. Microsoft and PlayStation are getting into this a battle of micro upgrades, you know, tiny little upgrades here and there. And so a big upgrade like that would hit real hard. I mean, let's hope that they're right. Let's hope 250. Because if it's 250, I'm buying one opening day. So that's pretty much my thing. Is if they can give it to me for $250, $300 US, I'm gonna buy it day one. You know, why not? All right, Nerdmigos, I've been John Norgrove. Like, subscribe. If you have any information you want to talk about what I've talked about, or you have some news articles that might be interesting to the group, leave a comment down below. Again, I've been John Norgrove. This has been Nerd Jive. Stay nerdy.